Hi, I'm Paula Dyer, President of IRTA, and with me is David Lennon, President-elect of IRTA. We're going to share some information about membership. At our fall workshops in September, we had the theme of Let's Grow Together. I chose that theme as I know how important membership is to both the state and local levels. We know that membership is vital for both groups and need to look at ways to grow the state organization as well as our locals. We want to convey to prospective members the importance of belonging as well as the fun it can be. As far as the importance, it is essential at the state level that we have the largest membership we can to show the legislators that we do represent retired educators in Indiana. IRTA needs to continue its role of advocating for educators, looking at what is currently happening with our pensions, but also into the future. That is what I see in our organization's history. IRTA advocated in the past to protect our pensions as well as to enhance them. Because of their hard work, we are in good shape at the present time, but we want to pay it forward to the future generations of retired educators in Indiana, protecting and enhancing their pensions. At the local level, there is so much these groups have to offer in providing information about volunteer opportunities and activities in their communities. This is a great way to attract people to your groups, especially that next generation that so many say they have trouble attracting. All the research I see on this next age group indicates they do want to serve in their communities. So having your local group involved in a project in your community and advertising it will get their attention. By getting them involved in a short-term project, they may consider becoming more active. We know the best way to get people to attend a meeting or activity is to invite them personally. When talking to prospective members, talk about FOMO, or the fear of missing out. Jim Colvin of AMBA talked about this at fall workshops and also in his article in the Winter Bulletin Board. Tell people how much fun it is to see and talk with former colleagues. I know this is true as I see this every time I visit a local meeting or gathering. I see everyone having a good time talking and sharing memories with one another. I know I hate to have to interrupt them when they're sharing. I'm going to move on and let David Lennon continue and share some information with you.
I've been on the state membership committee for a number of years now, and several years ago we established the School Bell Award and membership contest. The brochure looks like this. Area directors have those available, and all the details of the contest are inside the brochure, but I want to share some of those with you here in the next minute or two. But one of the things we have to do to get new members is we have to ask. Would you join if no one asked you? I'm guessing the answer is no. But if someone says no, do what Bud King always did and remember to keep after them. Why should people join? There are a number of reasons, but let me tell you first of all about what is on the School Bell Awards. As the slide shows on the screen, we have drawings for gift cards different times during the year. As a matter of fact, I'm going to announce a few of those at the end of this presentation. And then the person that enrolls the most new members will be given the grand prize, which is a $500 Visa gift card, and that will be presented at the RA in June. But reasons people could join or may think, why should I join? When they should join, talk about the philanthropy of the IRTA, the foundation. We have 3 different programs that we use regularly through the IRTAF. One of those is scholarships for teachers that are for people who are training to be teachers. We have the active teacher grants that are available for current teachers. And for teachers that have retired, we have the Hands Up program. Another thing you can do is to use the IRTA acronym to help remind people what you can do for, or what IRTA can do for you. Among those is insurance. There's Medicare supplements, cancer insurance, vision insurance, and others. These are all offered through AMBA. There's a variety of retirement planning information available, whether it's through the local RTA, through the state association, or possibly through a lawyer such as Justin Schumacher, who presented just a little bit ago. We also have travel options available, one of those being Colette Travel. There are others available as well. But I think the most important thing that IRTA does is that we advocate for all retired educators at the State House. We are the only group that advocates for all retired educators. And without that advocacy at the State House, we don't know where our pensions would be, but as Paula said, we have a legacy to maintain, and that's something we really need to work hard on doing. When you do enroll a new member, make sure that you get your name included as a part of that. And that will include you then in the contest for the school bell. There are different spots to get your name included. If you have the regular paper enrollment form, you may use that, and there's a spot that says recommended by. If the person is applying online and using that program, there's a section or a place for a note, and you can put on there recommended by at that point in time. And that enters you then in the incentive contest. We encourage people to use the membership portal that is available on the IRTA website. This particular part of our website has so much information that's available to your local. It tells you who the retired teachers are living in your county. It tells you if they're members of the state association or not. In some cases, it will tell you that it is a spouse or a beneficiary of a retired educator that is receiving the pension. But those are the people we need to try and contact and encourage them to become members of our association. There is strength in numbers. We all know that. And it is important for us to have as many members as possible so that we can take those numbers to the State House and tell our legislators about them. Other ways that we are helping or attempting to help, the state officers at the encouragement of the membership committee has put together a letter that is being sent out to all new members. And in that letter, it connects the individual with the local president. They exchange names. It also exchanges contact information. And we are hoping that that will allow people to make that connection and get started in the local association and therefore in the state association. Coming out of the pandemic continues to be difficult, continues to be a challenge. And this is one way that we are hoping that we can bring people into the association and get more leadership, more ideas, and obviously a higher membership. Excuse me. Another thing that we are attempting to do is put together retirement workshops for all age groups of teachers that are still teaching. If you've taught 10 years or less, your interest in retirement is going to be quite different than someone who is nearing the end of their career, or as we like to say, can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And there needs to be different types of retirement programs. There's information that pertains to all of those groups, but there's also information that can be divided up and be given specifically to those particular age groups. We have some locals around the state that do something like this, and it is our plan to use that template in different parts of the state and expand that program over the course of the next year. Another important thing to do is to keep your local's name in front of the active teachers. I belong to the Davies Martin Retired Teachers Association, and I feel fairly certain in saying everyone in that part of the state knows who we are, because we've made local contact with all of those local school corporations over the last 5 years, doing something special for the teachers in each of the buildings and each of the corporations. We have a corporation that is as small as 80 people. We have a corporation that has over 250 people, and we have those in between. But we do, on anything we do, whether it's M&Ms, some other type of treat bag, or whatever it may be, we identify ourselves. There are other things we do as well. We award a first-year teacher $100, and that's just a random draw that we do, and we collect the names of the very first-year teachers from those different corporations, put their names in a hat, pull a name out, and then surprise them at a faculty meeting. Now, sometimes those faculty meetings, when they're at 7:45 a.m., is a little bit early for those of us that have long since given up those early mornings. But that's a way of keeping ourselves in front of the local groups. The active teacher grants is another way through the foundation. That has been an example as well. But we are stronger together, as I've stated. We are stronger together when we work together to grow the association and work together as a team, just like we did when we were teaching. We were working as a team. And I encourage all of us to grow together and to be stronger together. One last thing I would like to do before we move on is announce, there it is. I have a list of people who have won $25 gift cards for enrolling new members. And we hadn't drawn cards or hadn't made any announcements for a while. So the winner for September, and all of these people are eligible for that $500 Visa gift card. The winner from September is Karen Bunselmeyer, and Karen is from Ripley County. The winner from October is Melinda Conklin. Melinda is a member of the Rush County Retired Teachers Association. And the December winner is Deborah Myers, and Deborah belongs to the LaPorte RTA. We will have one more drawing in March, and then at the end of March, we will make the decision based on the total number of participants and new members as to who wins that $500 Visa gift card.
So people still have time to get their name in and get entered in that and make a bid for that $500. So that's good. In conclusion, I want to add the IRTA strategic planning and membership committees are always looking at ways to grow our membership. I attended an AMBA workshop in Austin, Texas this fall, and it's centered all on membership. Our committees will be reviewing this information to determine how to possibly implement some of the ideas I heard. And we will share them with you when we have developed them a little bit further. So we're going to do, we have a couple drawings here we're going to do. We're going to first spin the wheel, and we're going to spin that for an iPad. So we'll go to that.
Should we be applauding like Pat and Vanna and the different people? The winner is Paulette Schwartzel, I believe is the last name. Paulette Schwartzel. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good. Okay, now we're going to spin the wheel for a $50 Visa gift card.
And the winner on this one, the name is Janice Montgomery. Janice Montgomery.
Congratulations to our winners. Thank you for joining us for this session, and stay tuned. We'll be having a presentation from Hoosier Lottery next.